Violet Evergarden is one of the most visually beautiful anime ever produced. The animation by Kyoto Animation is extraordinary in a way that is almost difficult to watch. Every frame looks like it was painted individually. But the reason people cry at this show is not the animation. The reason is something structurally unusual. Violet Evergarden makes you feel things before you understand why you're feeling them. The emotion arrives before the explanation. By the time the show has told you what's happening, you are already grieving. Understanding why the show works this way will ruin nothing. It will make you feel it more. Violet Evergarden is about a girl who was raised as a weapon, who lost the person who gave her life meaning, and who is now trying to understand the words he said to her before he died. The words were, "I love you." She does not know what they mean. She becomes an auto-memory doll, a person who writes letters for people who cannot find their own words, because she believes that if she can understand how other people express what they feel, she will eventually understand what he felt. That is the premise. But the show's method is more interesting than the premise. The first 4 episodes of Violet Evergarden are about Violet learning the job. She is precise, literal, and still partially operating on military logic. She misreads social situations. She processes requests like mission parameters. The show is using this period not just to establish character but to train your eye. You start to understand Violet's limitations, what she cannot access, what she cannot say, what she is missing. By episode 5, when the first major letter-writing client appears, you already know what Violet cannot give them. The gap between what they need and what she can provide is established before the scene begins. The emotion comes from watching that gap close, or fail to close, in real time. The show earns the cry by building the structure first. Each episode built around a letter-writing client is doing the same structural thing, showing you what a person cannot say out loud, and then finding a way to say it. The dying mother who wants to write letters to her daughter for every birthday she won't be alive to see. The playwright who cannot express that the actress he has written roles for is the person he loves. The soldier who dictated letters home and whose family received them in the wrong order. These are all variations on the same problem. The most important things are the hardest to say, and sometimes you need someone else to find the words. Violet is that person. But she finds the words by accident at first, before she understands what she is doing. That accidental accuracy is more moving than skill would be. If this is giving you a new way into the show, subscribe. I cover what anime is actually doing underneath the surface. Violet Evergarden and the movie are on Netflix. The movie especially is worth watching after the series. It pays off the whole thesis. Violet's arms are prosthetic. She lost them in the war. The show establishes this early and then mostly stops talking about it. But her arms are always visible, in every scene, every movement, every moment where she touches something or holds a letter she has written. They are the most visible marker of what the war did to her. And here is what the show is not saying out loud: the hands she uses to write letters for other people about love and grief and the things they cannot say, those hands are the ones the war gave her in place of her original ones. The instrument she uses to find words for human feeling is itself a scar. The show does not make this speech. It just shows you her hands, every episode, and lets you feel it yourself. Violet Evergarden ends with Violet understanding the words Gilbert said to her. Not by being told their meaning but by having spent the series inside the emotional lives of enough other people that she has assembled an understanding from fragments. She did not learn what love means from a definition. She learned it from a mother who needed letters for a daughter she would never see grow up, from a playwright who could not look at the person he loved, from every person who sat across from her and found, through her, the words they did not have. That is the argument of the show, that some things can only be understood by proximity to other people's experience of them. Violet could not understand love in the abstract. She had to hold it for enough other people until it became something she recognized. KyoAni's animation in Violet Evergarden is doing something specific for the emotion of the show. The lighting is always soft. The settings, the letters, the candlelight, the flower fields, are deliberately beautiful in a way that feels slightly too good to be real. This is intentional. The show's visual register is the register of memory, the way we remember significant things as more beautiful than they were, because the emotion of the moment has saturated the image. You are always watching Violet Evergarden through the lens of how it will be remembered, not just how it is. This is why the show affects people so deeply and why, when you rewatch it, scenes that didn't hit you the first time hit you now. You already know what they mean. Violet Evergarden is on Netflix. The film, Violet Evergarden, the movie, came out in 2021 and is on Netflix too. Watch the series first. The film pays off the entire show's argument in a single conversation and it will not land the same way if you go in cold. Subscribe for more of this. I have a Midnight Diner analysis up on the channel, a completely different show but doing something related, building emotion through what is not said. Worth watching.